Hey, welcome to day number 306 of our Route 66 journey through the Bible. We're starting the Gospel of John today. Just going to read one chapter. It's a great chapter, though. The first chapter of John sets the stage. You know, every other gospel, it went back a little ways. Some of them went back to Adam and Eve, some of them went back to the birth of Jesus Christ. John's gospel goes all the way back before the beginning. In the beginning, it actually, the first verse of John chapter 1 reminds us of the first verse of the whole Bible. In the beginning, there was God, there was Jesus, there was the Word, and the Word became flesh, he says in verse 14, and dwelt among us. That's talking about Jesus. Jesus is God. Jesus is separate from God, but Jesus is God, and Jesus took on flesh, became a human being so that he could die for the sins of all mankind. God can't die, but when God became a man, he could die. The eternal Word took on flesh. Talks about John the Baptist that testified who Jesus was as the Lamb of God. And some of those early disciples began to follow Jesus. They followed John, and John led them to a point, but John couldn't take them any further, John the Baptist. And so, to be careful, the man who wrote the Gospel of John is not John the Baptist. It's one of the apostles. But John the Baptist pointed them to Jesus, and then they followed Jesus, recognizing him as the Messiah. And you'll read some stories here about some of those first disciples and what they went through to begin to follow Jesus. And it's a great story. And so enjoy reading John chapter 1. Some lessons that we can pull out of this great chapter. Number one, Jesus is fully God and fully man. God became flesh. That's called doctrinally, theologically, the incarnation. They taught us in Bible college that Jesus was fully God and fully man. He was as much of a God as if he had never been man, and as much of a man as he'd never been God. He was 100% both. And that means that he died on the cross as a man, but he died on the cross as God. As a man, his death wouldn't have meant anything if he was just a man. But as God, it meant that he died for us. And so that's great. A second lesson, true light overcomes darkness. You know, darkness can be overwhelming. If you've ever been in a dark place, I remember going to Mammoth Cave down in Kentucky, and they turn off the lights, and it's just eerie because your eyes are trying to find any little bit of light, and it's not there, darkness. But all it takes, it was cool, is a little bitty light, a little bitty flashlight, a little bitty match, and it brightens it up. And so Christ shines into every life. And when we let our light shine, when we let Jesus shine through us, we can brighten the darkest day. So let the light of Jesus shine through you. And a third lesson, discipleship begins with an invitation. I love what Jesus said. Come and see. Come and see. Just follow me. Let's see what happens. And yes, there are some demands. Yes, following Jesus is going to cost us something. Jesus even talks about this later on. But following Jesus always begins with just an invitation to come on, just visit. We visit people to church. You never know where that's going to go. We tell people to, entertain the idea of following Jesus Christ. See where that leads. It always begins with an invitation. Come and see, and then begin to follow, and you'll find out that it'll lead to a blessed life. So enjoy this one chapter, but it is a monumental chapter as you begin reading the Gospel of John.